So we've got a very simple greenside bunker shot. It's quite a steep lip, but that tends to be how greenside bunkers are. We're going to talk about the setup first of all, just to play this basic shot. And what we're going to do is get the ball a little bit nearer the front foot. So almost like you'd play maybe your hybrid ball position if you're someone that puts that further forward, or three-wood ball position. Going to get the ball further forward towards the front foot because we're not really going to hit the ball on this shot. We're going to hit the sand. That's going to lift the ball out nice and high, land it soft on the green near the flag ideally. So ball position is going to be somewhere towards your front foot, certainly in front of centre. That will help us hit the sand first to get the ball out of the bunker, as long as we follow through, which we'll talk about in a second. When we hit the sand, when we get the club interacting with the sand, we don't want to get this sharp leading edge digging into the sand when you've got a normal nice lie. If this digs into the sand, it's hard to get the club moving through the sand. You might not get the distance you want on the ball. You might not get the height on the ball. So what we're going to do, like you hopefully have seen, is get the club face a bit more open. That does two things. One, I'm now going to get more loft to get over this steep lip. I'm also, rather than leading edge digging into the sand, I'm going to use the bounce on the club, which is the back part here, and it's going to allow it to glide through the sand without getting stuck and digging in too much. So it's ball nearer the front foot, opening the club face very slightly. Now you may see some people, haven't got much of a problem with this, but you may see some people get very, very open with their stance. So if I'm aiming for a target that side, maybe the white flag in the background, they'll get the club face pointing what might look, quite square. They might open it, and all of a sudden now the leading edge looks like it's pointing over to the right. So players will tend to turn to the left a lot and cut across their body. Only problem with that is, when you get lots of loft on the club face starts to have less of an impact on where the ball goes. So if I open my 56 degree club up to maybe 75, 80 degrees and swing left, the ball's probably going to go to the left. So I quite like to see a nice square setup, sort of feet parallel to the target, club face quite square. When we do open the club face up, it doesn't mean it's pointing right. So if we add more loft and turn it, it doesn't mean the club face is going to point right. So there's my square club face, hopefully pointing towards about the white flag in the background. I'm going to turn the club around the shaft, and now that club face, yeah, that is pointing to the right. So the leading edge is pointing that way, the club face is pointing that way. But if I drop my hands, that club face, the leading edge looks like it's pointing way to the right. That club face is pretty square, and it's got lots of loft, which is great for this shot here. So I'm going to go with a fairly square setup, ball further forward. I'm going to get the sand first. Give myself a decent lie for this one. That will do. So ball in front of centre, club open, but I'm going to drop my hand. You might do this naturally anyway, because the club, when you open it, does look a bit funny, like the toes digging in. Most people get their hands a bit lower anyway. The two things you need to remember with bunker shots to get the ball out, once you've got that set up, is hit the sand first, keep following through. Too many people stop in trying to dig the ball out, keep the club going through the shot. If you hit the sand first, you won't hit it too far. More important to get it out of the bunker rather than leave it in here again. So hit the sand first, follow through, and we'll see how close we can get this one. So I'm set up fairly square, parallel to the target. The ball's further forward, club face is very open. I'm going to hit the sand, keep the club moving through the ball. And that's come out. It's rolled on a little bit, but it's pitched just before the flag, and I've got a chance to hold that and get up and down from there. But my finished position there was round, almost facing the target. It was quite a big turn. Finished on my front foot. I started with a little bit of weight on my front foot as well, just to encourage the club to hit the sand, and I kept moving and finishing on my front foot to get the ball out. That's number one. Got to get out of the bunker. Getting the ball on the green anywhere for most players is a good thing from around the green. Yeah, if you can't get too close to the flag, doesn't matter, get it out, get it on the green. To get it on the green, hit the sand first, keep the club moving through the ball. It is very tempting, I know, especially with a steep lib and lots of loft, to want to put the hands back here, lean back and try and scoop it out. Scooping it out, like anywhere on the golf course, will make you hit the ground a little bit early. Or if you miss the ground and you hit the middle of the ball, you hit the ball straight into the bunker, the face there. So weight slightly forward, ball slightly forward, keep the club face open and keep moving through the shot. Hope that helps, but any questions, leave them in the comments below or get in touch anytime. We'll see you soon.